All right, everybody, welcome back. We are doing our next section in our text structures. This is actually our fifth and final text structure. Remember, word choice is not technically a text structure, but we do add it in there because it helps us understand our informational text. Descriptive, sequential, compare, contrast, cause, and effect. Those are our four first types of text structure. And today we are going to be working on problem and solution. So in your your reading notebook, you're going to open up to your table of contents. Go ahead and write down problem and solution. And this is going to go on page 47 for me. I'm not sure what page it is for you, but whatever page that number it is, you need to go ahead and put that down in your table of contents so you can find it quickly and easily when you're getting ready to study for your test. All right, once you've written this into your table of contents, we're going to go ahead and open up to, this is our text structure, cause and effect. So here we are, page 47. I wrote it down right here in the bottom corner. And then up at the top, I'm going to label this title, or the title of this page, as text structure. And then I don't have enough room right here to write problem and solution, so I'm just going to take the next two lines to go ahead and write that. Problem and solution. All right, so there is my problem and solution. Let's see if turning on that light helps a little bit. Okay, so one of the things that you guys need to know or realize or remember about problem and solution is that it's very, very similar to cause and effect. A lot of people get these mixed up. Cause and effect is basically one event causes another event. When you're talking about problem and solution, it's similar in that you have an event that's happening, but then there's multiple ways to solve that problem. So there's something that went wrong, something that they've got to solve, and then those solutions are, there are multiple solutions, whereas cause and effect, you have one event and one thing that happened because of it. So when we're writing down our official definition for problem and solution, we're going to say that it tells about a problem and explains why and provides a solution. Oops, we should have done solution in red. So I'm just going to underline that so remember it's important. Solution to fix it. So you have that problem in the story. The problem will be explained, and then they will then tell you at least one way that they have fixed that problem. So when you're looking for your problem and solution, you're going to look for some specific keywords. These keywords include propose, conclude. You might even have somebody say a solution is, that would be a good one. The difficulty is, and then if you guys remember, we talked about this in our last one, in our cause and effect. You can have an if then statement. Those can be cause and effect, or it could even be a problem solution. So this is why I tell you guys, be very, very careful and pay close attention, because they're very similar, and a lot of times people will mix them up. We could also have the question. Research shows. So if you're doing research, it means that you're looking into ways to solve a problem. Evidence is, and to solve this. Okay, so just keep in mind that these are some of the keywords. These are not all of the keywords. There could be other keywords out there that student people can use. These are just some of the more common ones that we will see. All right, when we're doing a problem solution, in order to help us figure out problem solution, we use a specific graphic organizer, just like we did with the others. And I'm going to go ahead. It starts off very, very similar to what our cause and effect graphic organizer looks like. So I'm actually going to start way over here at the very edge of my paper. And I'm going to make a nice little box right here. And then we have another little box. See, again, it looks a lot like your cause and effect. But then we expand out. And we're going to have two long skinny boxes over here. Oops, I ran out of room. I'll have to write small for that one. All right. So we're going to, when we go through this, we start off, again, this is our cause. Instead of being effect, the second box is our problem. And then we could have solution and solution. So these are two options. It doesn't mean that we'll have both of those as the way to solve the problem, but there are two ways you could solve the problem. All right, so when we're talking about this, we're actually going to be using not A Bear's Life, but the Wolf Island book. And when we looked in the Wolf Island book, one of the very first things that happened is that the wolf ended up leaving his family. So this particular lone wolf swam from his home to a neighboring island, and he was all alone. So the cause was the wolf left his family. Now, once the wolf left his family, what was the problem that he faced? Because he did have something that happened, or a problem that he had when he left his family and was all by himself. That would be my dogs goofing around on the floor over here. So sorry. Left his family, and here we go. Life was good, but because wolves... Hang on, let's see if we can do that. Life was good, but because wolves are such social animals, it could get lonely for him. He would have liked another wolf to keep him company. He would have liked a mate, but so far he hadn't seen another wolf anywhere. So what is a problem that he solved, or a problem that he had? And his problem from that page tells us that he had no mate. So what were some of the solutions? What were some of the things that he did in order to help find a mate for himself? So I should probably put, complete sentences in here. All right, so solution number one, if you remember, he started going around and on the island, and he ate food, but he was also kind of looking for something. And so that would be our first solution. He began to search for a mate. All right, so that's our first solution. What was the second solution? He started searching for his mate, or another wolf, and then he found something on the island that he started doing, or started following. So what was his second solution, or second option, or way he could solve the problem of having no mate? And if you said that he followed, let's make that a little bit better. He followed the scent of another wolf. You would be absolutely correct. So he was wandering around on the island. He had left his family. He had the problem. He had no mate. He wanted to find a mate. So he began to search for a mate and eventually started following the scent of another wolf, which led him to the female wolf that eventually became his mate. Okay, once again, this is our problem and solution text structure. If you need to, go ahead and hit pause so you can write down all of these lovely, lovely pieces of information on here. And if you need to, you can always go into the virtual notebook and it is there as well. Be ready to discuss this with your teacher.